Alright, in this next exercise, we're going to apply and modify access permissions on files and directories, then test their effects. So, still logged in as root. I'm just going to back out of my sample directory. cd dot dot. There we go. Now I'm off the root of some dude here, and I'm gonna do a touch to create permanent sample. Sample. ls-l on it. There it is right here. And now we're going to modify this. We're just going to do a generic chmod. Do 777. We're going to get into what this all means at some point, but not right now. I'm just showing you some effects of this. I'll do an ls-l again. And we see, before I do that, we see the permissions right here. We're going to get into that at some point, like I said. Now we see it change now, and we see permissions pretty much across the board. All right. Now we're going to see chmod 000 perm sample. ls-l again, and now we see there's no permissions on it. So I'm going to rm-f perm sample. ls-l. And we see that we were actually able to delete it even though it had no permissions on it. It's because we were root. So let's go back into this, and we're going to do cd slash pwd. We're at the slash root. I'll do an ls-f. See what directories we see here. Then we'll go back to the ls-l, and we can see the permissions of the directories. So here we're going to create a new one. Make dir, and we'll call it for user one. And ls, and we have a for user one. So I'm going to change directory to that. All right, so now we're going to copy /etc/host. for user 1. Now we'll be sure that it's there. Just do an ls. We got the host file. Now I'm going to open up another terminal here. And make it bigger. Control ++. And I am logged in as a regular user. And then I'm going to go cd change directory for user 1 ls-f. Still see the host file. And let's try and remove it. Permission denied, so doesn't let you remove it. Not like root was able to do so. So we can do an ls-l, and you can see who has permissions, which is root. All right, so now we're going to change back to the terminal where we logged in as root, and we're going to do chmod O plus W equals plus W slash for user 1, and then we'll do an ls-l ls-l slash for user 1. Now switch back to our other terminal where we're logged in as a regular user. And do an rm-f hosts, do an ls, and we see the host file is now gone. So you can look up, basically Google how to change directory permissions with chmod, and you'll see what we kind of did. It's a lot to go over. I just kind of showed you basically how to do that: change directory permissions, change file permissions, and you can do it with numbers or letters, like the 777 we did was read, write, and execute permissions for everyone. So I just Googled real quick and came up with something at Pluralsight, going over kind of what we did here. This goes in depth pretty good, it looks like. So this is something that you should study and know going forward. And here I saw a chart. Here you go. Here's a chart right here. So 0 is nothing, 1 is X, 2 is W. So you can see you do it with letters or numbers. All right, still logged in as root here. So what I didn't show you is if you back up a directory and then do an ls, do an LSL on it, you'll see that the for user 1 directory has these permissions now that we wrote in. All right, so now we're gonna do a make dir, mkdir slash user perm, And then we're going to do a copy etc host to user perm and do an ls to show that it's there. There's the host file. We should do an LSL. And there it is right there. So you can see who owns the file and who can execute it. The D here tells you it's directory. The RWX here tells you there's read, write, and execute for the owner. The next set is for the group, and it tells the permissions for read and execute. And then for other users, it's same permissions, read and execute. Now we'll go back to the terminal with our regular user here. And cd user perm. Now I'll cat the host file. And you can see that it can read it successfully. Now I'm going to use vi to open it. But it's read only, so I don't have that permission to see. It tells you right down here at the bottom. You can try and delete. And then escape :right quit exclamation point. But it won't let you. So you might think you're in there and able to do something, but if you don't pay attention to that message sometimes saying that it's read only, you kind of might be wasting time. So escape :quit. Got the exclamation point. Escape :quit exclamation point. There we go. No changes have been made. Go back to the other terminal where we're root. And we're going to change, we're going to modify it. We're going to do chmod O plus W user perm hosts. Do an LSL. Do an LSL on the host file. All right. So now go back to the terminal where the regular username is logged in. We're some dude. So now we're going to edit the host file again with vi. And we're going to take out this right here. I'll put a comment in, actually. Oops. Number I for insert. That's a comment. All right, so escape :right quit, and then we'll cat it. And there's our comment. So now we're able to edit it after we modified the permissions to give us right permissions. I hope this helps. Remember to subscribe and like the video if you like it. Appreciate it. I still have a couple more labs here that we'll be doing that deals with permissions. Be on the lookout for them coming up soon. Thanks again.